tackling and trying to protect head injuries and everything. Have you had to change anything about how when you see a receiver coming across the middle or something like that?
No, not really. Because just basic form tackling. You're supposed to have your helmet underneath. To find your head underneath the chin strap. So, just basically you have to keep your head up and just have an aiming point when you go to tackle someone. But like during the heat of the moment inside the game, I think it basically just make low tackles now to just wrap around the guys and just make roll tackles.
Coach Bedford specifically was talking about tackling in general at media day and everything. Do you feel like you guys have gotten better at that? And has there been anything different, in terms of a renewed emphasis on it that you're doing in camp?
Yeah, there is a real emphasis on tackles in camp. Coach always says if you don't tackle, you will not play. So, I think a lot of DBs have caught on to that now, and a lot of players on defense, which is something that we should be doing. We should be tackling because last year we had a lot of missed tackles that gave up big plays. So this year during camp, we focus on making tackles, being in the right position, to send it back to your help on the defense. So tackling is a big thing for us this year.
America's finest receivers on Saturdays. How often have you heard that, and do they live up to their name?
They live up to that now. To be honest with you, we have some of the best receivers. Honestly, we have some of the best receivers that even when I play against receivers, like me daily, I try to go against Devontae and Damian Colby because of the height and the speed that they both have between each other. So that's something that they live up to their name, America's finest receiver. They work on their craft with Coach Dugans. Often they're good players.
Are you locked in at corner right now, or are you still going to float and play some safety in some situations too?
Right now I'm locked in at corner, but when we go to our nickel packages, I'm a nickel guy. So I like to move around on defense. The coaches, they like my versatility, and I'm ready for the challenge.
Jermaine, at that position, Cooper from Bama.
In high school, me and Amari Cooper, we went against each other some days in practice. With him and Teddy, they had their chemistry. They tried to destroy the defense, and I'll go over and stalk them in high school. So I like Coop.
So what about Coop versus Devontae Parker? Who are you taking?
I'm taking Vontae right now. Vontae is my teammate. One thing about Cooper, I would love to play him because I've been studying him, and I know I'll lock him down because of the routes that he's running. But right now, don't take that personal. But I like Vontae right now.
Jermaine, a lot of times you're out on that island. What's the key to being successful in that situation?
Being smart. One thing about being on the island, you have to be smart. Like today in practice, I gave up a big play, and I was on the island because I wasn't being smart. It was second and long, and I came to press, knowing that the offense was going for third and short, and I gave up a big play. So one thing about being on the island, you have to be smart and play with your technique.
Mentally, when that happens and you get beat for a big play, how do you shake it off and get on to the next play?
I get back to him. I'm ready to lock him down. As soon as we come back out the next play, I just can't wait to get it back out there.
You talk about the depth at your spot.
And Eli, our whole receiving club, we got Matt Midley. We got a couple guys that we know that they're going to show up on Saturday for us.
It doesn't really ring all that well, America's finest DBs on Saturdays. There's no acronym there, right?
I guess not. But we just try to come out and get better every day. Continue to do what the coach tells us to do. Coach Strong, one of the best coaches in the nation. And we just do what he tells us, and he's going to put us in the right spot to make plays.
Do you all have a nickname?
Not yet. We're trying to find one.
With the renewed emphasis on player safety, have you had to alter the way that you tackle? Is it even crossed your mind, or do you pretty much still have the same technique as you always had?
You kind of think about it because you don't want to. They say you can miss a game with the way you hit and stuff. So we try to. Coach Bedford had us watch film and videos of the correct way to tackle and things like that. So we come in the game and don't put ourselves in situations to be ejected out of the game and anything like that.
What was it like watching that film? He said that he put Anthony Connor's play against Rutgers on it at the very end or whatever. What was the room like when you saw that hit?
Everybody's eyes woke up and know how serious it is to tackle correctly. You don't want to. Coach Bedford always said he don't want to be in the hospital because someone broke their neck. So we always try to keep our heads up and stuff like that when we tackle.
How has your life changed since the pick?
I guess people notice me now a little bit more than I did before, but besides that, nothing really changed. I try to come out and get better every day and continue to work because I feel like we always have room to get better.
That play and a couple of others have kind of tagged you as a big play DB. What does that mean to you?
I got to continue to get better. I don't want to be complacent like Coach Strong said. You always want to get better. You don't want to feel like you have arrived like Coach Strong also said. Just come out and work every day.
Toughest guy you covered?
Number 9, Devontae Parker, probably one of the toughest person to cover on the team and probably in the nation to me.
You made some big plays at the end of last season. Since then, in what ways has your game grown? Have you grown as a corner?
my confidence level done went up. I feel like I can cover any receiver. A couple years ago, I was just out there just playing, but now I feel like I can really compete with anybody out there. I don't feel like no receiver can really catch any balls on me right now.
What about the guys opposite you? How's that tandem kind of coming along?
Our whole DB room, we all a group, we all a unit as one. And we all try to help each other get better and try to work for to help each other get better. And this DB core this year is way more a brotherhood to me than it was last year.
Thanks, man.